Hey, today we are here for a quick podcast show with one of my very good friend, Marion from Switzerland. Just wait a sec. Hi Rahul, how are you doing? Hey Marion,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
Oh, I'm doing absolutely wonderful. It's really great to have you in this quick podcast show about the champions.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be with you here and to connect with you now.
You're looking like in your living room right now? I mean, like that picture behind you is looks like a is that kind of a fish or something?
Um, I'm in my living room now, and that is how do you say that? A picture?
Tulip, tulip. It's like a flower.
What? Sorry?
It's like a flower, tulip flower.
Uh, an orchid? Ah, this one.
Yeah, like I mean the picture
Oh, I
behind your
don't know the
back.
name of this flower. I'm sorry. It just looks
But
like
it's
wood, but
yeah, but it's really great to have you in this Champions Studio podcast show. If you would have been here, then we would have drink this coffee from this mug and then would have a good conversation. But you're like far away in Switzerland. I don't know.
yes, that's true. Maybe
So how was your
one day
day?
we will meet in India or so, or you are coming to Switzerland. So we will see.
Yeah, like someone promised me to get like to take me that to that famous Switzerland ice cream shop and chocolate factory.
Oh yes, the Lint. You mean Lint?
Yeah, yeah, Lynn.
Yes.
Have you went there?
Not yet, but when I have more power in my body, I want to go there and visit this company and show how
Okay.
and look how they will make chocolate.
Yeah, yeah. It's like yeah. Sometimes I have seen there, this chocolate making procedures in Discovery show. It looks like so exciting.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I'm like I have seen like you have visited India before, right?
Yes, I guess it was in 2013, something like that,
Hmm.
2012.
Yeah. Like oh, like how many times you have ever, I mean, visited India?
Just once.
Okay, cool, cool. Like where have you visited in India?
In Bangalore.
Okay, okay. So from Bangalore, you like stayed in Bangalore or like you have went to other places also?
No, I was in Bangalore and we go there. I was going there with a church because they
Hmm.
wanted to see a slum there and wanted to help
Okay.
out a little. So I was
Hmm.
never there, and I was like, oh yeah, India, I love the food, I love the sun. So
Uh-huh.
I took the
So like
chance to go there.
what is the craziest thing you have like experienced in India?
The craziest thing was um, that there was a house which looks very rich, and
Hmm.
next to it, it was a very poor one with plastic
Hmm.
or somehow. I really was shocked at the first time because here you
Hmm.
don't know such kind of things.
Yeah, true, true. Like like in India, like we have this kind of like class differences, but nowadays it is getting somehow little more pronounced.
Yes,
Yeah. Like have you ever tried the Indian curry, which everyone talks about?
yes, we tried it there, but there were some people who doesn't
Mm-hmm.
like to eat hot and spicy, so they
Mm-hmm.
did it not so hot, like mild for us. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't, unfortunately, I don't know how it it is to taste a real Indian curry, which is hot and spicy.
Are you like when you visited India? Like I'm curious. Like were you a vegetarian that time, or like you used to eat like
No, that
non-vegetarian?
time uh, I used to eat meat.
Okay, but now I think you have left it, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Like now tell me like when is the first time you came to know about this, like the news which you got with this cancer? What time it
Um,
was, like which year?
it was last year,
Mm-hmm.
um, about a year ago on 6th May last
6th
year.
May in 2020.
Yes.
Okay, so like were you working that time? Like I mean you were having a job?
Um, I was doing a further education. I want
Mm-hmm.
to become a doctor's secretary.
Yeah.
Um, and I've got a job, and needed to start that job on 1st June.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 weeks before I could start this job, I
Okay.
get the diagnosis, and the doctor said, no, you can start with the job. So
Oh,
I lost that job then before I started.
I see. Like what kind, like were you facing some kind of any symptoms before, like which made you think that you should be going for a checkup?
Well, there were not these typical symptoms for me, which everyone is speaking about. It was like
Mm-hmm.
I felt 6 months before the diagnosis very tired, and I get
Mm-hmm.
aware of this because I needed much to learn for this further education, and I was able to learn for very long hours, very concentrated, and the more time it passed, um, I was aware I can't
Okay.
remember the things
Mm-hmm.
really good, and also I get very tired. So in the
Okay.
end, I could learn around 3 hours and not 8 hours again. And then it was the time Corona came, and with this
Yeah.
Corona thing, lockdown came, and then in this lockdown time, me and my friends had time to go for a walk, and then I came home with my boyfriend. Then I had a boyfriend then, and when
Mm-hmm.
I was at home, I laid on the sofa to chill, and 20
Okay.
minutes after, there was so much pain in my right breast. I
Mm-hmm.
needed to scream, and my boyfriend was then like, "What? What? What are you doing? What is it?" And I was like, "I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I just have pain." And I touched it, and it was just hard. And I was like, "That is not
Okay.
normal," because some days before
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't. When I touched that, there was nothing
Okay.
that was hard. It was very soft all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was really shocked, and yeah, we googled it. And then my
Yeah.
boyfriend said, don't need to be scared. You are too young for this, and maybe it's
Mm-hmm.
just something else. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Then like.
then it was a weekend. It was a long weekend. Then also because
Mm-hmm.
1st May we don't have to work in Switzerland. And
Okay.
then it was a Friday, this 1st May, and then on Monday I called the hospital for the
Mm-hmm.
breast center there. And
Yeah.
then on Wednesday I had a appointment with them, and then they took a biopsy, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, after a week I need to go there again for the result. And she was asking me, so what do you feel? And I was like, yeah, I feel okay. I'm not scared
Mhm.
anymore because in 2 weeks I need to start a new job. I need to take my
Mm.
final exams in 1 month, so I don't have time for that. And she was like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, but you really need to make time now. And then I become aware and I know, oh no, I have a problem now.
I understand. Like, and you were admitted to the hospital like after a few weeks only, like, or you're like staying at your home and visiting the hospital for your checkups?
No, I stayed at home and I was going to visit the hospital.
Okay, okay. So like, and your boyfriend were like supportive with you,
Yes, in the
or like,
beginning, yes, but the near the end came, then he left because he was
oh, sad.
afraid that I could die and he couldn't
Oh,
deal
damn.
with that. So then,
Okay.
when I was at the lowest point in my life, he left.
Mhm. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And who
Sorry?
were like there? I mean, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, you don't need to be sorry. It just was a proof
It's like,
for me that he was first, in the first place, the wrong one, and in the second place, maybe it's a process um,
mm,
that our companionship we had ended here. So he wasn't
okay.
willing to grow with me. So I needed to
Mm,
grow in another direction, and he also need to grow in another direction.
true. And like, who were the people like who were supportive like when you were at the lowest point, I mean, lowest point of your life?
Three of my friends I had, and we are very getting very close nowadays, are my mother
Mhm.
and my sister.
Oh, oh, you have a sister.
Yes, I have sister.
I never knew that. We have been friends like for at least 6 to 7 years, I assume.
Yes, that's true.
She lives in Switzerland only, or like is she lives in some other country?
No, she is living in Switzerland too.
Oh, okay, okay, that's nice. And like those friends which you are talking about, like they were your like school friends or like college friends?
Actually, two of them were friends with which I worked with in before
Hmm.
5 years or so. So
Hmm.
yeah. And the other one was my neighbor in the old house before, also like 6 years or so.
Okay. Like I used to remember that you used to work at a, like a dentist, like a chamber, at a dentist chamber, something like that.
Yes, that was when I was 16 or so. And after that, I made a further education as accountant.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. And like after, like right now, you are doing some kind of like work from home kind of a thing, or like you are like right now you're in the resting period.
No, right now I'm still resting because
Hmm.
my immune system isn't hasn't the power which needs to go to work. So I need to have
Okay.
rest and need to do some things to boost my immune system again, like to go
Hmm.
once a week to the clinic, to the therapist, to the
Okay.
how do you say that, physiotherapist for
Yeah.
flexibility and so
Hmm.
on. And also, I need to gain some power and strength because in autumn I need to do another operation. So it wouldn't make
Okay.
sense to do to work until then.
Okay. Okay. So like, are you following like some kind of a diet every day, like to increase your immunity system, or like you are eating like whatever you want?
Well, I am allowed to eat whatever I want, but
Hmm.
I decide for me to do it a little different. So it
Hmm.
became more like a lifestyle and not a diet for me. I'm
Okay, okay.
trying to avoid to eat anything what has to do with animals. So
Okay.
I like to eat vegetables or fruits or
Hmm.
some rice and so on. Mostly vegan, mostly plants,
Plant-based
something like
food,
yeah,
vegans. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, I
or
heard like, all like this plant-based greeny leafy vegetables have like extremely high in antioxidants, and it like helps increasing the immunity system of our body.
yes, that's what I heard and read too. So I thought, just let's try. And I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
feel more awake since I live like that.
Like
It's not,
what, like it is like how many months like have you started eating like vegetables like in your
um, I,
plant-based
s-
diet?
I started after the second chemo, so around a year. In June it would be
Okay, yeah.
around a year. So
Well, then you have come like a long, long way. It's like
yes,
nearly 11 to 12 months.
yes, that's true. Also, the doctor said you need this time, and you have
Hmm.
to. How do you say that in English? You really need to take time around
Take time
12
to
months
recovery.
or more.
12 times or 12 years, I mean 12 months or more.
Yes,
Okay, okay. Like, and like, have you ever like right now those cancer cells are like out of your body, right?
yes, I'm fully
That,
healed also, so I have
that's
no
awesome.
more bad cancer cells in it.
Wow. Like, what was your like this, what made it happen? Like, what, how you made this possible? I mean, what was your secret trick behind this?
Well, to be honest, I don't think that I had a secret trick. I also think it has to do about lifetime, how many
Mm-hmm.
lifetime you have or how many lifetime is given to you at first.
Right.
Because I think if time is ending for you, you can do
Mm-hmm.
anything and everything to get healed. But it's time. If your time is over, you can get do anything. But if your time
Mm-hmm.
isn't over and God is deciding you have to live or something like that, you can do
Yeah.
anything or nothing and you still live. But what I did actually was thinking positive,
Mm.
visualizing myself healthy and what I want to do when I get healthy or when I have my
Wow.
health back every
Uh-huh.
day. And no matter how much I suffered, I always said, thank you. Thank you for my healing. Thank you that it will serve it to for my healing. And
Mm.
thank you, I've got healed. Thank you that I have enough blood. Thank you that it will be good in the end. I
Yeah.
was very grateful for almost everything then.
Like you're trying to say like this positive thinking like helped you in a big way.
Yes,
That's
but
very powerful.
positive thinking, like visualize it not
Hmm.
only with your brain, but also with your heart, like a coherence.
Yeah,
So,
like you feeling that you're
yes,
already feeling that you already got healed.
yes.
Mhm. Yeah, like from where did you learn all this kind of visualization techniques and everything, thinking positive? Like you used to follow any person over the internet, or like some friends told you about this?
Yes, I Googled some informations about cancer because I have got no informations, just what the doctor said then.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then I found an interview on the internet from someone
Okay.
who also got a cancer and
Mm-hmm.
has the same sort of cancer like me,
Okay.
or like I had. And
Mm-hmm.
I tried to connect with her on Instagram. And one day she posted a picture from last year and was like, "Yeah, last year I was in this state, and now I'm
Mm-hmm.
ready. If you have any questions, ask me." And then I commented her on this post and asked her, "How
Mm-hmm.
do you have how do you can overcome this fear of the chemo?"
Right.
Because I was scared like hell. It's
Yeah.
every time and every evening before the chemo, it was like I started again because my fear
Okay.
was all the time bigger than that. So I connected with her and she gave me some advices like, yeah, you need to have a look about your vitamin C, vitamin D, and so
Yeah.
on. She also told me, if you have a chance to get Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
watch the movie Heal. And I learned a
What is the
lot
show?
about Heal.
It's like a Netflix show.
No, it's like a Netflix documentary.
Okay, documentary. Healed. Okay.
Yes. And
Okay.
in this documentary, also persons told about their sickness. It also were a person there who had cancer, and
Okay.
she was working also with thoughts, and
Mm-hmm.
the there were happening miracle by her, and I was like, okay,
Mm.
when she was going through that, I can going through that too, and I can
Yeah.
also use these techniques. And one day or someday after I watched this documentary, um, I saw a video on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram from Dr. Joe Dispenza, and
Yeah, Joe Dispenza. Becoming
yes,
Supernatural. You have written one book about.
yes, and then he was talking about the testimonial from a woman who
Mm-hmm.
had, how do you say that, when you have problems with your bones, arthritis or
Arthritis. Yeah. Arthritis.
yes, arthritis. And the doctors said to her, you can get healed. And
Okay.
then Joe Dispenza has on the retreats 1 or 2 days. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just get it from the video then, which
Mm-hmm.
people getting healed. And he told then the woman was raped by 4 men, and
Oh boy.
then she did on this retreat days
Mm-hmm.
radical forgiveness, and her energy
Okay.
changed, and she was healed immediately. And then I
Really?
get when I am able to change my energy in my body, I
Yeah.
can get healed immediately. But I didn't know how to do that, so I
Right.
was
Right.
like, whatever time it takes, I just can try.
Mm. But really, like that lady whom who had suffered like you and like whom you have like had a conversation, like she is from like in Switzerland only or from like from other place?
Oh, I don't know from where she is. I just saw that video from Joe Dispenza on Instagram, but
Okay.
I
Okay.
maybe she's from America or from Mexico, or I don't know.
Okay. 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 But like it started with a like a intention of yours to get
Yes,
healed and like one intention, and after that line by line everything just fall into place.
yes,
And now here you, I mean, here you are on 30th June 2021, fully healed. So it does work, man.
yes, it does really work.
Yeah. What message you want to give to people, like, I mean, ladies who are also in this, going through this same phase?
Oh, what message?
Hmm.
Um, I think what was important for me then was to know no matter in what place you are, miracle can happen all the time. No
Hmm.
matter how you feel, no matter how bad you are. So if you're open to that and you believe in miracles, miracles can happen. And if you're at the lowest um, place in your life or at the lowest energy in your life,
Right.
miracles you can see more than because you are at the
Hmm.
lowest place. Because when you are at your greatest place or at the greatest state in your mind, maybe you can see the miracles. But at the lowest place or at the lowest energy in your life, you can see
Hmm.
everything as miracle.
True, true. And right now, what is your, like, the top three biggest goals for the next 1 or 2 years? What is Marion next big goal she is looking forward in her life?
Okay, not sure what I'm looking for, but what I want to train is my mental health more, so
Hmm.
that miracle can become a lifestyle and not just, oh, it happened just once for me, so it can happen every time. And yes, I think I need to work on my mental health so that
Hmm.
it can also grow, and on my
Right,
physical health. So because I get aware when I was sick, if you
right.
don't have mental health or physical health, everything else you can't use. You can't live in an
True.
apartment, you just can lie in your bed, but you can read a book or something like that. But if you have mental and physical health, you can do everything. You know, everything has a meaning, but if you are sick,
Hmm.
nothing has a meaning to you. Only that you want to
Yeah,
get healthy and you health
yeah.
back.
And there is a, like, a famous saying, I think you have heard that too. This saying goes like, health is wealth. I think you've heard that.
Yes, I think that's true.
Like, have you, like, started doing, like, do you know, I mean, do you do any kind of meditation stuffs regularly, or something like mindfulness, something?
Yes, the first thing what I do in the morning when I was lying in bed is
Hmm.
to ask myself, how do you want to feel today? And what feeling do you
Okay.
want to experience? And then I try to visualize it and to feel it, how it feels. And
Okay.
um, after that,
Hmm.
it is different. Sometimes after that, I will do a guided meditation when I get up, or
Okay.
sometimes I just put some music on and dance to get me in the mood
Oh,
for that
really?
feeling. Yes.
That's nice. That's nice. Like, which person you follow for the guided meditation?
Actually, it's Laura Marlina Seiler. It's a German one,
Okay. Okay.
or sometimes also on YouTube I followed in the beginning, but I like Laura Marlina Seiler so much.
Okay. That's nice. Like, when I started doing meditation, I used to follow, I don't know if you heard of this guy, Andy Puddicombe, 10-minute
No, never heard of that.
guided. I will share this video. Like, he have done a TED talk, and like, he used to be a monk, you know, and then one day, like, he thought that this world is going crazy, so he need to give this message of meditation. So from becoming monk to spreading this meditation all over the internet, like, he's basically from USA, like, and
Ah,
from him I learned this doing meditation techniques. But
so
yeah, it is like, it's like meditation regularly, it just calms the mind so much.
yes, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
like, do you feel change, like, Marion 2 years before and Marion right now? what are the top three biggest change? I mean, change in a good way that you can see in yourself.
What was changed, or what has changed a lot, is that I try to think in frequencies, energies, and vibes. Because
Mm,
when I was at the lowest point with my energy, I was often like, yeah, I want to do this and I want to do that. And I feel, but I don't have the energy for that. So I needed to think what gives me energy and what takes me energy. So I
okay.
mostly think in, is this giving me energy or is this giving me bad vibes or lowers
Yeah.
my energy? So that is a huge change in my life. And
Okay.
I also become more aware what I want to do. More, I listen more to my soul. I
Okay.
often ask if you can do everything now, and it's not
Hmm.
limited what you want to do now. So, like, you want to drink a tea, go for a walk, just have some fun somewhere. And then when I feel like I want to have this or I want to have that, I go and I do it.
Well, like you have got, I think, like from your conversation, I can feel that, like you have become much more conscious
Yes,
these days.
yes,
Yeah,
that's true.
that's awesome. That's really awesome. It's really a wonderful feeling to have you here in this quick podcast, and really thank you for coming into this show today.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. And thank
Pleasure.
you that you made me feel comfortable with it because I was really scared of it.
You don't have to be scared. You're like completely awesome. All right. Catch you soon. Take care.
Take care too.
Bye bye.
Bye.